Okay, well, welcome everyone. My name is Carrie and I'm an instructor with White Rock Recreation and Culture. Today I'm going to be doing a 30-minute stability and strength class that is going to encompass exercises that will improve your balance as well as strengthen your lower body and upper body. This class is applicable for everybody. Everyone will get benefit from it, but if you do have health conditions, chronic health conditions such as osteoarthritis, which I do, or even osteopenia, osteoporosis, or any of the other myriad of health conditions that are out there, this class would be completely suitable for you. Okay. First and foremost, though, I'd like to talk about the PARQ Plus. If you have not been visiting the online exercise classes already posted, I do encourage you to visit the PARQ Plus, the Physical Activity Readiness Questionnaire, and it's just a short assessment just to ensure that you are healthy and fit enough to participate in physical exercise. Okay, you can find that online. Well, in terms of equipment, what you will need is a sturdy chair as well as one pair of light dumbbells. Now, if you don't have a pair of dumbbells, you can use 2 cans of soup or you can use 2 water bottles. Okay, just to be safe on that note, I just want to demonstrate how to pick up the weights. So right now I have my weights on the ground to show you that. I'm going to transfer them from the ground to the chair, and this is how I'd like you to do it as well. Okay, to be safe and make sure that we're in proper form is you want to bend at the knees and bend at the hips, keep your back nice and flat. So I'm just going to go beside the weights, come down, pick up one weight at a time like so, okay, and use my leg strength and push myself back up nice and tall. Okay, when you go to your chair or to your bench, whatever you're using, again, you're bending the knees, bending at the hips, keeping your back flat and placing the weights down at the chair. Okay, so very, very important point to note when we're picking up our weights and placing them back down again. Now, in terms of other points to be aware of when we're going through the class here is your technique and form. So tied into that is posture, of course. You always want to make sure that your shoulder blades are back and down and your tummy is tight. Okay, that's going to help maintain that proper alignment. But if you do find that you are getting tired, things aren't starting to feel right, even with the modifications that I suggest, please sit out a rep or 2. You can even sit out the duration of the set, join back in another activity, but definitely you don't want to be compromising your form, technique in any way to finish off the set, to finish off the exercises that we're doing. Okay, first and foremost always is quality over quantity. We always say that. Okay, and lastly, tied into that as well is our pain level or pain zone. We do want to stay out of the pain zone, everyone. If you are finding that whatever it is that I'm performing, it's not comfortable for you, it's not working for you for whatever reason, it's incurring pain, I would like you to stop. Okay, exercise is supposed to be beneficial. It's not supposed to harm. Okay. So with that said, I think we should get going here. So I'll begin my warm-up. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter warm-up because it is a 30-minute video. We'll get into the meat and potatoes of the workout, 5-6 exercises, and then we'll finish off with stretching. But if you find at any point in time that you want a little bit more, whether that's a longer warm-up, whether that's a longer stretching session, or you're feeling really, really energetic today, you're feeling really good, and you want to do a double set, so you want to repeat the exercises, feel free to do that. You can just always rewind. Okay, well, let's get started, everyone, with our warm-up here. So let's just march on the spot. Okay, thinking about your posture, right? Again, shoulder blades back and down, your tummy's engaged, so it's nice and strong. Strong arms there. And if you want to go a little slower, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to stick at this pace, but again, you do what works for you. Okay, let's add on some heels now. So we're going to go heels in front. We're also going to add on our elbow joints. So just picking up those hands, touching the shoulders, going down. Okay, lifting up nice and strong. Digging those heels into the ground. Let's change this now to a toe tap back plus a press back. Okay, so now pushing the palms behind us, reaching nice and long with those legs, pointing the toes down towards the ground. Excellent, good. Okay, and let's now take it back to our march, holding it there. Arms at the side, palms forward. Let's go down and up. Okay, down and up. Little stronger march if you want. Again, thinking about being nice and tall. Okay, engaging the core. Excellent. Let's now bring those arms in, elbows into the side, palms up, and I want you to just reach out and across. Reach out and across. So I'm going to change this into a side step now. Okay, so we're just going to side step. And again, you decide your pace, you decide how fast you want to go. Okay, make it your own always, right? Make it your own. Listen to how you're feeling. Listen to your own body. Excellent. Let's just open up these arms a little more, a little wider. So now we're going to get the chest, we're going to get the back, and I'm going to switch these legs up. Okay, so again, march, crossing over, open up, march, cross over. Excellent. And let's just take it again, heel and heel and heel and heel. And I'm going to change this to a heel to a toe. Okay, so working a little bit on cognitive fitness here. So heel and toe, heel and toe, and march it out again, change it up. Okay, other side, we're going to go heel and toe, heel and toe. Excellent. Think about the shoulder blades, again, down and back. Excellent. And we'll go last one. Okay, back to our march, holding it there, nice and tall. Side step. Okay, let's just take it to a little shuffle here. Okay, so side step and nice and tall. Good work, you guys. Change those arms up now. So one arm in front, one arm behind. Okay, loosen up the shoulder joint. Excellent. And let's now pick up the heels. Okay, so focus on the legs first, then we'll add the arms in. Okay, so you're going to be kicking your glutes, bringing your heels up as high as you can to your glutes. So I'm just going to go this side. So it might look like this, and that's fine. Again, whatever that knee joint will allow. Okay, let's do a low row. So we're going to pull back. Pull back. So elbows are close into the side of the body. Okay, deep breaths, nice and tall. Get that oxygen, okay, that clean oxygen. Hopefully you're in a space that's nice and clean, not outside right now. Okay, and let's just take it in front again. So just hold that march. Okay, good work, you guys. Separate those legs. Oh, I changed my mind. Let's go back, nice and narrow. Okay, and again, let's go wide. Nice, strong, wide march. Beautiful. Let's go one more time. Bring it in. Okay, nice and tall. Excellent. And go wide, and let's hold it there here. Okay, let's hold it right here and take it down. So we're going to go down and up. Okay, nice, strong squats here, wide squats. So being safe. Good. Going down and coming up nice and tall, squeezing the glutes. Excellent. And let's do one more. So down and up. Beautiful. One leg behind. Okay, so really reaching out with that leg, and let's add the arms in this. Okay, so we're going to do a chest press here. So pushing and pulling, keeping the shoulder blades down, of course. Okay, good. Deep breaths. We should be feeling a little warmer as we're going through this warm up. Let's change the arms here. So let's just take it up to the side. Okay, make sure those palms are forward. So as we're going through, right, this warm up, we should be feeling looser, we should be feeling warmer, we should be feeling a little bit breathless, right? Okay, our breathing's labored. Those are all good indicators that we're kind of transitioning from normal heart rate into working heart rate. Okay, and let's march out. Good job, you guys. As you can see, I'm getting a bit breathless, so this warm-up is working for me. Okay, let's just do a couple more. So lift those knees, lift those knees, lift those knees. Okay, just slightly, again, nice and tall in the core there. Good. And let's go for 4, 3, 2, and last one. Taking it wide, just a few more little movements here. Okay, just watching my time, make sure that we've got good warm up here. And we're gonna just reach for that back heel. Now we don't have to make contact. Don't worry about actually touching the heel. Okay, just try to have that line of pull. Okay, just tapping back. Good, let's go for 4, 3, 2, and last one. Marching it out, everyone. Okay, hopefully you are feeling warmer. Hopefully you're feeling looser and you're ready for more exercise. So we're going to start with a balancing exercise. Okay, our first one, if you need a little sip, please grab a sip of water now. Okay, otherwise, okay, I'm just going to get in position and demonstrate as I always do. So it's called rocking the boat. So we're going to go wide, okay, wide, and then we're going to hold. Okay, so I'll do that one more time. We're going to go 1, 2, and 3. So you decide how much force, how much effort you want to put into moving side to side, okay? To be a little bit safer, we're going to go wider than our shoulders, okay? If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can go a little bit more narrow. If you need even more stability, okay, to feel a little bit more safe, then go even wider than that, okay? And you don't even have to take that foot up off the ground, okay? So again, listen to your body and do what's appropriate for you and your level, okay? Okay, so I'm going to bring this back in for me, a little wider than shoulder width apart, nice and tall. Ready, gang, here we go. So rock 1, 2, and 3 and hold. Okay, so again, we go from dynamic movement, okay, to static, right? Very functional exercise throughout life. We're moving, right, 2, but then we have to stop moving. Okay, again, 1, 2, and 3, hold. Beautiful. Okay, 4 more. So challenge yourself if you've got it. If you're feeling strong, maybe push off a little bit more, maybe bend those knees a little bit deeper. Okay, but again, do what's appropriate for you. Do what's comfortable for you, right? Challenge yourself, but again, stay in a safe positioning. Okay, safe zone. 1, 2, and 3. Hold. Okay, see what I did there? That I recalibrated. That's good. That's what you need to do. 1, 2, 3. Hold. And let's do one more. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Work for it, work for it, work for it. Good. And release. Done. Okay, move it out, shake it out, relax, rest. Good job. Okay, excellent, you guys. Our second exercise, I don't want to look at my cheat sheet. It's right here. We're going to grab our weights. I know what we're doing. We're doing external rotators. So walking over to our weights, remember to bend the knees. Okay, keep the back flat, nice and strong. Keep the weights close to you. Okay, so, excuse me, in our positioning, we want to be nice and tall. So think about your posture. Think about your base of support. So before I actually do the movement, think about where your feet are. If you want more stability, if you want to just focus on the upper body here and focus on what you're doing, strengthening the back, then maybe you just want to be about shoulder width apart. Maybe even you want to have one foot in front of the other, okay? If you want to add that variable of balance, stability, then go a little bit more narrow. Okay, so it's up to you. Challenge yourself, okay, but always make it safe. In terms of the movement, we did this in the warm-up where we went palms forward, palms down, okay? I'm going to start where your thumbs are forward. This is as far forward as we go. The movement itself is opening up, okay? Now I'm just going to turn to the side to show you what that looks like. So you're nice and tall. Your thumbs are going to go out to the sides. Palms are forward as much as you can. You're squeezing your shoulder blades. You're coming back again to where your thumbs are forward. Palms are facing your thighs. Okay? So let's do 10 of them, everyone. Get in position, nice and tall. Shoulder blades down and back. Here we go. 1 squeeze. Come back forward. 2 squeeze. Come back forward. Beautiful. Again, 3 opening up. Okay? Back forward. Again, tummy is tight. Okay? Don't release that in the spine, right? Always keep engaged in the core. So nice and strong, nice and tight. Breathing back, squeeze. Good. And forward. And again, focusing in the shoulder blades. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Right? As I often say, put your mind in your muscle. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Excellent. And we've got 2 more. Let's do them well. Okay, if we're going to do them, we're going to do them well. Good. And one final one, all the way as far as we can out to the sides and back. Release. Good job. Okay, so our weights go down again, coming close to the chair, bending the knees, as well as the hips, placing the weights down. Grabbing a sip if you need to. Okay. This one here, our next one is going to go back to our lower body. We're going to do what's called a split squat lunge. So if you need the chair for assistance, you want to have that close to you now. Okay, I'm just going to be doing it in my free space here. So I'm going to take my left leg, okay, in front. Now, in terms of positioning, if you need to have a little bit better stability balance, whether you have the chair or not, you can have that back heel down, okay? If you, again, want to work a little bit harder on stability balance, then we can go up on the toe. So no right, no wrong. You do what is appropriate for you, okay? In terms of the actual positioning, the movement itself, we want to focus on bending the back leg. We focus on bending the back leg. And again, how low you go is going to be dependent on your knee mobility, your hip mobility, even your ankle mobility, as well as obviously your strength, okay? But you want to focus on bending the back knee. You don't just bend that front leg, okay? You have to focus on bending that back knee. So I'm going to turn this way and demonstrate it from this position here, or execute it from this position. So you're nice and tall, ear, shoulder, hip are aligned, tummy tight, hanging on, but don't white knuckle it, okay? It's there for security, but don't white knuckle it. Ready? Here we go. Bend 1, we're doing 10. Okay, coming up. Here we go. Bend that back knee. 2, coming straight up. Okay, again, 3, coming straight up. I'll go to the side. 4, coming straight up. Remember, a lunge is not going forward. Okay, it's a little bit counterintuitive, right? You're going straight down, okay, and straight back up. And if your range of motion is this, so be it. That's your range of motion. Okay, I believe this is 7, coming up. I'll go back here. Here we go for 8. Breathing out. Let's go 9. Coming up. Breathe out. And one final one if we can. Okay, remember it's quality movement. Coming up. Done. Okay, switch legs. Now we go the other side. Okay, so switching again. You decide the back placement, okay, of that heel. If you need to have that stability, that's fine. If not, you're on the toe, nice and tall. Ear, shoulder, and hip are in line. Tummy's tight, shoulder blades back and down. Hanging on, but not for dear life. Ready? Here we go. 1, push up, be strong. Okay. 2, bend that back leg, right? Does not matter how low you go. That's not the point. Okay, the point is we're working that front leg as much as you can. Focus on that front leg, but focus as well on bending the back knee. Okay, down we go, push up strong. Excellent. Down we go, push up nice and strong. Okay, you might find the range of motion is going to get a little smaller as we go along in reps. Okay, let's go 4 more. That's okay. You do what you can do, but you make it safe. Okay, here's 3. Here we go for 2. Nice and strong. Okay, nice and strong. We can do it. Take a breather if you need to. Otherwise, last one. Done. Good job. Okay, we're done that exercise. Excellent work, you guys. Grab a sip if you need to. 4th exercise, we're going to go back to using our weight. Okay, so just one weight this time. So I'm just going to grab my weight here, bending the knees, bending the hips. Okay, keep it nice and close. This one you will need your chair as well. Okay, so I'm just going to bring my chair a little bit closer here. So we're going to use, okay, the left arm, and your right leg is going to be positioned straight. Okay, so what you want to do is make sure that your spine is nice and straight. Okay, nice and tall. You're going to hinge from those hips. So we're going to just lean forward slightly. Okay, it's not a flexion of the spine. We're not curving. We're not concaving in the stomach. We want to be nice and tall. It's just like we're standing, but we're just going to lean forward slightly. Okay, and support our back by putting our hand onto the chair. So as I said earlier, the right foot is in front. Okay, in terms of the arm, okay, the arm that we're using, that we're going to be working, we want to lift up at the elbow. Okay, keep the weight close to the shoulder. Essentially, right, we want a nice long neck. We want to drop the shoulder blades. Okay, keep the shoulder blades together, of course, so it doesn't look like this, but they're down. And then we're just going to kick back. Okay, hence tricep muscle kicking back. Okay, so that was my demo. We'll do it all together right now. Okay, 10 of them. Here we go. 1, bring the weight to the shoulder. Okay, 2, bring the weight to the shoulder. Okay, again, 3, pushing back. Thinking about the core, thinking about the shoulder blades, okay, being down. Don't let them come up towards the ears, right? We don't want this, of course. Okay, we don't want other muscles helping us, and that's what essentially is going on there when those shoulder blades rise up, okay? We want to keep them down, always, always, always. Right, gang? Okay, here we go. I believe this is 7. Excellent. Okay, be strong. There's 8. Nice and slow, right? We don't want to rush. We need the muscle to work, okay? We didn't make it a little bit difficult, okay? And that's 9, I believe, okay? And one final one, here we go. Slow back to the shoulder and we'll restart, right? Drop the weight, gently straight, come up, okay? No spinal twisting, right? We don't do that. So then I'm just gonna switch this, okay? And I'm gonna go on the other side, okay? So now we're gonna go left leg in front, support our hand onto the chair, okay? Again, nice and tall, and then hinging forward slightly from the waist, okay? From the hips, I should say. So the arm would be down here. You lift that elbow up to the ceiling. This is our starting position. This is gonna be our end position. Shoulder blades, neck, right? Long neck, shoulder blades are down. Are we ready? Here we go. 1. Okay, bring that weight close to the shoulder and push back. 2. Again, nice and slow back to the shoulder. Okay, breathe out. 3. And again, slow back. Okay, 4. What's your tummy doing? Make sure you haven't let go of that. Okay, I know it's easy to do. There's so much going on we tend to forget, right? But think about, again, contracting that core, bringing those shoulder blades down towards the glutes. Okay, here we go. I believe this is 7. Slow back. And here we go again. There's 8, keeping that elbow nice and high. Okay, I didn't say that last side, but that's important to do, is don't let that elbow drop. Okay, that's 9. And one more. Okay, we take it there and back, as I always say. So take it up and slow back to a restart. And fully extend that arm and sit up nice and tall. And we're done that exercise. Okay? Okay, excellent. I'm just going to put my chair back to where it was, just because I like it on my right side, and I'm a creature of habit. Oop. bending the knees, okay? So that was that exercise. Now we're going to go to a squat, but we're going to do a squat with a little pep, okay? So as I'm demoing this, you can grab a little sip of water if you need it. What you want to do is be about shoulder width apart, okay, with your ankles. So in relationship to your shoulders, they're about shoulder width apart. Now a typical squat, we've all done it. We did in the warm-up, right? That wide sumo squat, okay? So again, we're just going to go down. I'll just demo this and come up nice and tall, and we squeeze the glutes, we squeeze the shoulder blades, as I often say. However, we're going to lift the leg, okay? So it's going to look like this, and there's a continuum. We don't have to do it fully. There's lots of different ways that we can execute this. So we're going to squat, okay, and then we're going to lift up, okay? Now, if that's too much, I'll do the other side now. We're going to squat. We can go toe to the side, okay? So we're getting an element of motion here, okay, which is going to involve balance, which is going to involve core stability a little bit more, okay? But if you want to keep it to bare bones basic squat, going down, coming up, that's your protocol. You do what's best for you, okay? But if you want to add on those little other elements, please come with me, okay? So nice and tall, we're going to do 10 of them in total, everyone. Ready, here we go. So squat, okay, and then side leg lift, okay? We're going to squat again, flat back, glutes go back, side leg lift. Now I'll change that up, okay? So squat, coming up, little toe tap, okay? You pick whatever works for you, whatever you can do well today, right? Every day we feel differently. Every day that we exercise, we feel different. So whatever you've got going on today, work with what you've got and just try your best, okay? So coming up and toe tap. So we're gonna go 4 more. Again, step outside your comfort zone, just slightly, do what works for you. Okay, down we go, long flat back, and lift, and final 2. Okay, breathing out right there. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Good. And one final one, everyone. Okay, again, do your best and done. Excellent. Okay, so not an easy exercise if we added those other elements, but a lot of bang for a buck, a lot of things that we're getting value out of. Okay, wonderful. Next exercise we're going to do is a modified push-up. I just want to make sure I'm on track here. Excellent. So modified push-up, we're going to use our chair again. Okay, so our sturdy chair. You want to make sure that your hand placement on the chair is where your shoulders are. Okay, so where these shoulder joints are, that's exactly where your hands are. So they're not wider than your shoulders and they're not narrow. Okay, so they're right where your shoulders are. So you're going to place the hands on the chair. Now in terms of the distance and your feet position in relationship to one another, well, the further you are away from the chair, the harder you're going to make it. So I would say if you've never done this before, be relatively close by, okay? Because you're just going to bear your weight on your hands slightly. Okay, feet position, bit harder in terms of working for balance, feet together, you know that, right? A little bit easier when you're wider. So you choose that position, you know, right nor wrong, do what works for you. So I'm just gonna have my feet, you know, relatively close together, and I'm gonna come up a little bit closer. So this is called a modified push-up, not a push-up. We do not wanna bend the elbow, and I know you're gonna wanna do that, okay? But we wanna keep the elbow joint not involved. We don't wanna bend the elbow. So you're gonna drop the shoulder girdle, okay? So drop the shoulder blades, okay? And you're gonna now come into the chair, bring them really, really close together, try to pinch that 2 knees, I often say, and push off. So you're gonna bring the shoulder blades together as close as possible, and you're gonna push off. Now, I'm not counting those, I just am demoing them. Okay, what you don't wanna do when you do this is this, right? We don't wanna have those ears, as I often say, kiss the shoulders, okay? We wanna have the shoulders as far down to the ground as possible, okay, our shoulder blades. So back in position here, we're gonna do 10 of them in total. Hand position, shoulders, okay, shoulder width apart. Feet position, you decide as well, your base of support and the distance. Okay, nice and tall, tummy tight everyone, shoulder blades back and down, here we go. So squeeze, okay, breathe out, push off, okay. You're bringing your shoulder blades together, and now you're separating them as far apart as possible, okay. So again, you're coming together, squeezing that 2 knee, and pushing them apart, that's 3. Okay, this might feel very foreign, very weird, very uncomfortable, very unnatural. If you've never done this exercise, okay, you don't have a pathway, that's common, and it will feel, you know, out of sorts for the most part, but the more that you do it, the more familiar your body will be with it, the more that pathway will get reinforced, and those muscles will get stronger. Okay, so squeeze your shoulder blades and push off. Let's just do 3 more. Okay, so again, breathing in and breathing out. 2 more, tummy tight. Breathe in and pushing off. One final one, put your mind in your back. Squeeze, 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 shoulders down, and push off. Come back to neutral and stand up nice and tall. We're done that one. So you should feel it somewhere in your neck, in your shoulders, in your upper back for sure. You might even feel it in your lower back, okay? If that's a vulnerable area on you, you might feel that was a little bit worked as well, but again, no pain, okay? A great exercise to work all those deep muscles of your shoulder girdle. Now, last but not least, we've got time for it, which is wonderful, is what I call circles. So what we're going to do, if you need the chair, okay, I always start with the left side first, so I'll start on this side. So you might have the chair on over here. I'm just going to push that away just so that you can see my legs a little bit easier. We're going to work in the back corner. So we're going to go backwards for 6 and forward for 6. So what it's going to look like is we're going to stand nice and tall on that right leg. Okay, so again, soft knee joint. And we're going to go backwards. So shooting for the back corner, just demoing here, is I want you to draw a circle with your foot. Okay, so this is what I mean by going backwards for 6, and then we'll pause and we'll go forward for 6. Now, if you need to soft spot and put that foot down in between the reps, that's fine. If you need to reduce the range of motion, that's fine too. You do what you can do for you, okay? But it's going to encompass all hip muscles that surround your pelvis and pelvic girdle, okay? Okay, so with that said, no further ado, nice and tall, okay? On that right leg, here we go, backwards for 6. So that's 1. Okay, this is the pace. Follow my pace. That's 2. Okay, I'll turn to the side. Okay, that's 3. You're shooting for the back corner. You're shooting for the back corner 4. Don't let that leg creep up in front. And I know it wants to do that, but hold it back there. Okay, that's 5. 1 more in this direction. Put on the brakes. Go the other way now. Okay, work for balance, work for balance, work for balance. 1. If you need again to hang on to that chair, do so. 2. Okay. But don't white knuckle it. Work that leg you're standing on. Okay, nice and strong. Here we go. 3. Okay, good posture. There's 4. Beautiful work, you guys. Okay, 5. There we go. See how I corrected? Excellent. Hopefully you're doing the same, but you're keeping it safe. And 1 final one. I think this was an extra one, but that's for good measure. Good job. Okay, now one last time, one last limb. We got to keep things even. So let's go the other side if you need to. Okay, hand on the other side. Nice and tall. Bending now the left knee. Okay, backwards for 6. Ready? Here we go. Okay, 1 and pause. Big circle in that back corner. 2 and pause. Okay, 3, working for positioning. Okay, so make sure that we're not leaning left or right. We're holding it as much as we can, being as static as possible in this upper body, right? Okay, and big circle, pause, other direction. Let's go forward. This is our last 6. We can do it, okay? Here we go, 5. Okay. Make it as big as possible, but again, no pain, okay? And big circle. Beautiful job, you guys. Okay, hold it just like I did right there. Try to recorrect, readjust. Excellent. Feel your feet continually wobbling, trying to grab the floor, maintaining balance. Good work. And here we go. 1 big final one and done. We did it. Okay, deep breath. Grab a sip of water. We're going to start segueing into our stretching, our static stretching component, and this will be it for today. Okay, so we're just going to stand up nice and tall. Let's just roll the shoulders back a few times. I always like to start like this. I end like this, as you know. Okay, deep breath in. Big exhale. Excellent. Let's use our chair in a standing position. Okay, so just taking that left leg back. We're going to now focus on our long calf muscle there. With that, let's also do our triceps. So bringing that left arm up. Okay, just bend at the elbow and just hold it there. Now we can, if you want, if you've got, feel comfortable and strong enough to hold balance and be in position, we can just push a little bit. Otherwise, that hand stays there. Okay, let's now drop that arm, bring that back heel in, okay? Press the heel in the ground as you focus on bending at that knee level. Once that is established, let's do our little pelvic thrust, okay? So we do our pelvic tilt forward. As some of you know, I call this the John Travolta, okay? Our little pelvic tilt there. Okay, good, getting all those front hip muscles nice and tall, and let's just switch sides. So I'm just going to do this again with our whoopsie daisy. That's why we need to have free of clutter and furniture. Okay, our leg back, heel in the ground, toe forward. And once you have that going on, let's just bring up that arm, bend the elbow, okay, and just reach that hand down as low as it can towards the glutes, right? Holding that in position, getting a good stretch. And again, your elbow might not be as high as mine, it might be a little bit lower, that's fine. You just take it to its end point. Okay, bringing that arm down, again, pulling that back leg in, bend the knee, push the heel into the ground, and once you've got that going on, let's just do our little John Travolta there, pelvic thrust forward. Okay, good. So hopefully you guys had fun today. Hopefully you learned something. Okay, let's lift up, and let's now do our last standing stretch here is our chest stretch. Okay, so we have the freedom with not having a backrest, so we can hold position here. We can also do our hands on our low back. I'll turn to this side. We can also do that infamous handcuff stretch. So interlocking the fingers and pushing out, okay? But of course, you always want to go, as I often say, to the end point. So don't be just down here, okay? You're not gonna get a full stretch. Go to as high and as furthest as possible as you can, okay? So you should feel a little bit of stress on the tendons and the ligaments as well as the muscles. Good, and release. And now we're going to go towards the chair. Okay, we're going to have a seat. So again, bending. Okay, your 1 or 2 weights there. Placing it on the ground. And let's have a seat. Making sure that our glutes are at the edge of the chair, but being safe, of course. Okay, let's go with our left leg. Toe is up, knee is soft. We're going to lift the chest. We want to hinge from those hips. We support on the leg that we're not stretching as we go forward. Okay, so what we're stretching here is our hamstrings. So we want to capture the back of those leg muscles. Okay, and again, a little bit of stress, but not too much. Coming up, and let's switch off. So other leg, toe is up, knee is soft. Lift the chest, support as we lean forward. And just as I was saying with the tricep, you might find that you have a little bit of give in one side more than the other. That's very common. We're not symmetrical, we're not even. You think about all the different movements in life that we do, and one side works a little more than the other. Okay, let's take now, say, the left ankle over the right, and again, go to your end point. So you want to go either below the knee, or if you can, above, but we don't sit on the knee, of course, that's not safe. Lifting the chest, same thing with the hamstring stretch, and lean forward from those hips. Okay, and we should feel it right in that hip area, okay, of the left leg. Good work, everyone. Almost there. Okay, sitting up, switching off. Again, cross the ankle to start. Work your way up. Again, different joint, different muscle groups, different range of motion. Lift and lean forward. Okay. Breathing into the stretch as well. Okay, I don't often say that, but you're going to release a little bit more if you're relaxed and breathing into the stretches. Good, and gently release, coming up nice and tall, and hands by the side, palms forward. We'll roll back a couple times, and we'll finish up as I always do with the deep breath in, arms to the side. Big exhale. Okay, well, thank you everyone for joining me today. Hopefully you had a good time. My colleagues have also posted other fitness videos. If you'd like to check them out, you can find those videos at www.whiterockcity.ca. As well as on that site, there's other registered programs that can also be found. Okay, so hope to see you again soon in person. But until then, be safe, be kind, stay healthy, and keep moving. Again, thanks for coming, everyone. Bye-bye.